Well, good evening, my friends. This is Lamar. I want to shoot a follow-up video to the video that was done last week. And while we get this, while we let everyone come on, I just want to make sure everything is coming through properly. Hope everyone has had an amazing day today and that your week is going well. But this is a part 2 for the video that was done last week regarding my mourning is over. But I would like for you to make sure you invite others to view the video and share the video. But I first just want to really thank each and every one of you for your kind words and your words of support. If you are not aware, my father, I've been talking about the situation with my father, and I've just decided to open up and share things about my life and that I've been dealing with that I really just hadn't shared with everyone. And I'm not going to rehash everything that I talked about in the video last week. But the fact of the matter is, my father did pass away yesterday, and obviously there's pain associated with that, but he is no longer suffering. And that's the positive takeaway, that he is not suffering from the disease that he was fighting for a little while. Fortunately, his fight was not for years, and so he didn't have to live with that. But the video I shared last week was the fact of dealing with religious shunning. And so I've brought this topic up. For a lot of people, it has been a source of relief, I believe, because there were over 2,200 people that viewed, or the video was viewed 2,200 times. And the response to that video, I was not prepared for. So I'll just be honest with you. For the most part, everyone appreciated it. However, there were those that did not appreciate the video because their faith. And I can't choose that for people. However, the fact of the matter is that dealing with religious shunning is not just something isolated to the religion that I formerly was a part of, which was Jehovah's Witnesses. After viewing that video, or after shooting that video, the people that reached out to me from all across the world for help, and those that called me and started sharing with me the fact that other religions do something like this, I didn't realize the enormity of the problem. So I'll just be transparent and honest with you. So this is not a religious bashing or anything like that. The point of today's message is that we want to be of support to individuals like myself, so that overcoming shunning becomes a personal thing for us, and we have to realize that those who shun us, that is a choice they make, and oftentimes it's simply based on their faith. And those people that have that faith, they feel they are doing the right thing. So there's no anger. I don't come from a place of anger. I will tell you, there was big disappointment yesterday. And the fact that you may have seen the post, the degree of the shunning to where I had to find out about my father's death came from family, but not immediate family. It came from my cousin. Then I got a phone call from another friend, unrelated to me. Now, I already knew, but the fact that the word had gotten around to so many people, but I wasn't notified by my family, and the reasons that I wasn't notified, they are what they are. But I feel like if you really care, you will overcome the obstacles to get in touch with someone. That's not the point of tonight's video, though. But it was painful yesterday to go about 8 hours before I finally had a conversation with my mother that lasted 1 minute. And so I love my mom very much, but I know that she has made whatever choices. And I open my heart to where if she so ever chooses to want to visit me or to reach out to me and talk about the loss of her husband, my dad, I'm open to that. But at the exact same time, I had the time to prepare myself. Although it's difficult, I still prepared myself for that moment. And because I've lived for 3 years without communication from my family, it doesn't justify or make it easier. But in a sense, it does make it somewhat easier because I have had to choose new family. So the lesson that I'm trying to share for anyone who feels the pain of shunning from your family, whether it's religious shunning, whether it's sexual orientation shunning, whatever the religion is, family issues, don't stay stuck in that situation. Reach out, share your story, tell other people, get help. The people that have talked to me, I've had some respected individuals reach out to me and tell me that I need to do something about what I did last week with that video. And I don't have a complete solution, but I would like to just, sorry about that, something that I'm going to commit my time to, and a piece of my time, not 100% of my time. But we don't have it completely worked out. I had a friend approach me last week and she says, look, I'm going to put a foot in your back. I want you to start a podcast. I want you to create an environment to help other people and for you to share your story in greater depth. Not from the position of just, again, from anger and just bantering, but giving constructive flow for others to be able to come in and tell their story. Because what I've found to be interesting, the response of those that reached out to me, and I want to thank you for entrusting your story to me, feeling that you can talk to me. I want to use the pain that I've dealt with to be very constructive. As you know, I'm always going to seek to find the silver lining and the positive. And so the people that were reaching out, the phone calls that I got, the early morning calls, the late night calls, the messages, people simply wanted to share their story with someone that could relate or connect to it. Because I enjoy listening to people, I've invited people just to call me up. I had a phone-in Friday program at one point in time where you can just call and we can just talk. Well, we're going to create an environment for people to share their story. I don't have the forms or anything for you to fill out to sign up if you want to be included in some of the broadcasts. We're going to create video, we're going to create audio, or if you just privately want to share. But we're also going to find sources. I'm not the solution for everything. I don't ever want to be considered the one-stop shop. That's an old cliche. I like to stay in my lane where my strengths are. And my strengths are being authentic with you and listening to you. So we're going to create a podcast or video podcast show that is going to allow people to come on and start sharing their pain points and sharing their story. If you are a business owner or a service provider that you think you have solutions that can help people who are dealing with these types of rejections from family, from community, and so forth, then I would love for you to reach out to me, because there's opportunity for you to perhaps be an approved service provider for the people that I can connect you with. Because I'm not here to provide coaching and different things like that. That's not my intention. The intention is to hear your story, help you share your story, and then connect you with solutions. Because one thing I can identify with individuals particularly who have come out of the Jehovah's Witness faith, is that there is depression, there is a lack of personal development, there is opportunity to really create a new environment, create a new surrounding of friends. And that's what anyone needs, not just those that come out of Jehovah's Witness, but that's anyone. And so that's why the encouragement last week was to, if you see individuals like me, or if you start hearing that story, reach out to these individuals. If you see that they're trustworthy people, which many of these people are great folks, help them create a new family. Help them uplift their spirits. And the phone calls I've gotten from those of you that have just listened, it has been so encouraging to me. It really has helped me float on a cloud. And even though my father passed yesterday, it has helped ease that pain, especially that pain of rejection. It really does work. So I don't have much more. I just wanted to simply say there is going to be a solution coming. You can start inboxing me messages. You can send an email. There's a new email account that I do have set up that's called overcomingshunning@gmail.com. You can send an email there if this is something you're interested in just being able to tell your story. And in telling your story, if you're like me, it is the biggest part of that first step in healing. Because then now others have the chance and the opportunity to make a connection with you. But if no one knows you are in pain, they cannot help. But now that they know, just like what has happened to me, I want to happen for those of you that may have friends, that many of you shared that video and you tagged people. Please do the same thing with this video. Tag someone you know that can appreciate this or needs to hear these words, because it's no fun living in that pain. But I tell you what, when you can start to enjoy the beauties of life, to see life from a different prism that you've lived and have been taught for many, many, many years, and the programming of how to think and what to think and when to think and who to hang around and so forth, it's time that you learn how to put all of those things behind you so that you can move forward. And when that breakthrough happens, it is simply amazing. It's a beautiful thing. So look for this show, information to come out. There will be a forum where people can, put their information in and talk about maybe what topics they would like to talk about. And then we'll start processing those, and we're getting all the foundation put together for this show so that we can launch this. And it's not going to be extravagant. It's going to be real simple, but it's going to be powerful. We'll get it onto the iTunes platform. We'll get it on the different places for podcasts and so forth. The YouTube channel is already set up, so we'll be able to get it up on the YouTube channel. And then we'll be able to get others that want to help promote this. Because if they're service providers, we're going to connect people to results. So it's not enough just to talk about the story. Let's form a community to where we can lock arms and edify each other. Edification is the key to this success. So again, I would just really want to thank each and every one of you for your support during some of my more difficult times. And I'm glad I opened my mouth, because you would have never known. So please, what's up, Nathaniel? I'm going to check out some of these comments. I do want to address those. Thank you for making the comments. Sandy, thank you very much. Yes, she says a new family would be brilliant. And Doug, thank you so much. I appreciate the condolences, my man. Let's see, I believe I missed a few other comments. Let me go back to the camera here. Corey, yes, brother, I love you too, my man. We talked about this, and yes, we got to take action, and I have taken action. We're gonna knock this out the park. Hello, Jan, Monica. Good evening. Good to have you on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share this video. If you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere else, please hit the subscribe button and then share. We want to build this following because there is no reason people should live a life of loneliness or in pain when they could have support and they can come out of this, because these individuals, just like myself, have value to bring to each and every one of our communities. But if they don't have the venue or the confidence to do that, then it's just wasted. Let's not waste this value. Let's bring this value to the community and help so many people. This is Eric, and I humbly say thank you for taking your time to listen and share. Have a great night.